guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be testing this cheap $3 fixed blade knife from Walmart. Let's see how good it can really be. So here's the entire knife with the sheath on. It's a decent sheath. It does the job. Just made out of nylon. It holds the knife pretty well, but it's okay. The knife, it is a full tang. You can see the blade runs all the way down, all the way around. So it is full tang. But if you look closely, it does look like they welded two pieces of metal on both sides, just probably to give it a better profile. But it's decently clean looking. The handle doesn't shift around. It doesn't have any gaps between it, which is kind of surprising for such a cheap knife. And it seems pretty sturdy, and the grip isn't too bad on it. It feels pretty nice in the hand. The only problem is the spine is kind of sharp, so it's kind of rough on the thumb if you're going to be doing lots of small work with it. But let's see how good the quality is and how well it holds up. So this first test I'm doing is called Batoning. It's using a knife to get through a small log or branch. But it's a really good test for knives. See if it can handle it. So there you go, got through the first one. The knife doesn't seem to have any damage on it. Looks like it's holding up just fine. Let's do a few more and see how it handles. There you go, got through the second piece of wood. And the knife still doesn't have any signs of damage. There you go, that was the last piece of wood. Let's take a closer look, see if there's any damage on it. So looking the knife over, it does not seem to have any types of damage. The blade seems to be just fine, but the only thing that really happened to it is the logo kind of got messed up, but I don't think that's really much of a big problem. So this knife actually held up pretty well to the first test. For this next test, I'll be throwing the knife at this board. I'm not the best knife thrower, but I'm pretty decent. So let's see if this knife throws good. So that was from 3 paces. That throws really good, better than I expected. So now I'll go 5 paces and see how good it goes from 5. So I couldn't get it to stick from 4 or 5 paces, but if you're an experienced knife thrower, you probably could get it in. But the best it works is from 3 paces, 3 steps, and it sticks perfectly nearly every time. So it is a fun knife to throw. It throws really well. So after throwing the knife, I looked it over, and I did notice that the handle did come off a little bit. It got kind of loose, so I just pressed on it, and it kind of just snaps back in place, and it seems to be fine again. So I sharpened this knife up just like I do with all my other knives, but for some reason I couldn't get a really good edge on it. I'm assuming that's because of the blade material, and it doesn't keep an edge really well either. But it's not a terrible knife if you're just gonna cater around for smaller jobs, but I did get it to decent sharpness, but it does lose its edge pretty quickly. So my final thoughts on this knife is it definitely worth $3. It's a fun little knife for just everyday carry, doing small jobs when you're out in the woods. It's a great backup knife just to have in your backpack, and for such a cheap price, I think if you can find it in Walmart for around $3 to $5, it's definitely worth getting. So thanks for watching. See you next time.